The night is quiet and the world drifts into silence. Dreams rise like mist from hidden corners of the mind. You close your eyes and enter the soft realm of sleep. Here, in the space between thought and memory, Morpheus waits. He is the keeper of dreams, the silent guardian of midnight paths. His oath is older than time, spoken in the language of starlight. He watches over every soul who dares to wander in dreams. Some dreams are bright, woven with laughter and golden threads. Others are shadows, whispering secrets carried by the wind. Yet none are left untended, for Morpheus keeps the balance. He listens to the echoes of your heart as they shape the dream. He weaves hope into sorrow and courage into fear. Every night, his vow renews with the rhythm of sleep. You are never alone when you walk these unseen paths. The Dreamcatcher is his symbol, the net that holds fragile visions. Its threads shine with promise, its beads hum with memory. Morpheus guides you gently, never forcing, only leading. His voice is silence, his presence the calm before dawn. Tonight, he invites you deeper into the realm of wonder, and with him, you will cross the threshold of dreams. The whisper of dreams begins softly, like a breeze moving through tall grass. It is gentle, almost unnoticeable, yet it carries great weight. Each whisper is a fragment, a seed, waiting to be woven into a vision. Close your eyes and listen, and you might hear the voice of your own heart. Dreams are born in silence, where thought and memory intertwine. They emerge from hidden corners of the mind, shaping images out of nothing. Some whispers are of laughter, faint echoes of joy that still linger. Others are of longing, desires left unspoken during the waking day. Morpheus stands at the edge of these murmurs, listening deeply. He does not speak, but his silence gathers the fragments together. Every whisper matters, no matter how faint or fragile it may be. A single sound, a sigh, can become a whole dream. The night carries these voices across a vast field of stars. Each dream begins as a thread, spun from starlight and memory. The threads shimmer, bending and curling, waiting for a hand to guide them. Morpheus weaves them carefully, honoring their hidden truth. No dream is too small, no voice too quiet to be heard. He listens with patience, shaping fragments into stories of meaning. Some dreams speak of home, a place lost but remembered with warmth. Others call of journeys, paths untaken, doors unopened. These whispers fill the air like music without instruments. They rise and fall, weaving a rhythm that only the heart knows. Morpheus bends close to the fabric of night and listens deeper. In the smallest sound, he hears a world waiting to be born. The whisper of dreams is not only for sleep but for the soul. It reveals what we hide, what we hope, what we fear. The night is alive with them, 1,000 voices in harmony. Each whisper carries the pulse of a dreamer's heart, the soft rustle of wings, the echo of a smile, the taste of memory. Morpheus gathers them into his hands, threads glowing like fireflies. He honors their fragility, never letting a single one be lost. This is the beginning of all journeys, the spark before the flame. Without the whisper, there is no dream, no path, no vision. The whisper carries possibility, and Morpheus is its guardian. He kneels before the loom of stars and feeds it these soft sounds. The loom hums alive as threads of light stretch into patterns. Every whisper joins another, forming rivers of story across the night sky. It is here the dreamer steps unknowingly, guided by Morpheus's care. You too are part of this river, carried by whispers unseen. Your laughter, your tears, your longings become threads among the stars, and Morpheus listens, always, shaping them into your dream. The whisper of dreams is the first promise of night. It is the voice that calls you home, again and again, and in its sound, Morpheus keeps his vow unbroken. The oath of the Dreamcatcher begins with a single whisper, and that whisper, no matter how faint, will always be heard. The Dreamcatcher's oath is older than memory, carved into the silence of the stars. It is not spoken aloud, yet it echoes across every dream. Morpheus carries it in his heart, a vow woven into his being. It was whispered to him by the first dream, the birth of night itself. The oath is simple, yet eternal, bound to the rhythm of sleep. Protect the dreamer. Guide the wandering soul. Guard the fragile bridge of rest. No matter how far dreams wander, he must bring them back to balance. Morpheus honors the light and the shadow, for both belong to the dreamer. Joy without sorrow is incomplete, and courage without fear cannot grow. His oath is to weave them together, never letting one consume the other. The Dreamcatcher is his emblem, the circle without end, the web of promise. Its threads remind him of his vow, holding visions safely in the night. Each bead represents a dreamer's heart, glowing softly with memory. When he touches the Dreamcatcher, the oath renews itself again. He recalls faces, voices, whispers that shaped the fabric of countless dreams. He has guarded kings and shepherds, children and elders, alike in his care. For in the dream world, all are equal under the watch of his vow. The oath demands patience, for dreams are delicate, easily broken. It demands compassion, for even nightmares hold truths worth hearing. It demands faith, for dreams often appear fragile, yet they endure. Morpheus has walked endless nights, guided only by this sacred promise. He never wavers, though the weight of countless voices rests on him. The dreamer trusts without knowing, resting beneath his unseen protection. Some nights are heavy, filled with storms of restless thought, yet even then, Morpheus stands firm, his oath a steady flame. He bends to the restless heart, weaving calm where fear takes root. He does not banish the shadow, but teaches it to sing softly. For the oath is not to erase, but to transform. Every dream holds a lesson, and every nightmare a hidden key. Morpheus knows this truth and holds to it without fail. The oath binds him not with chains, but with purpose. It is the reason he walks among the threads of night, the reason he listens when no one else can hear, the reason he watches when the dreamer feels alone. The Dreamcatcher's web glows with each fulfilled vow. Each thread shimmers brighter. Each bead hums with remembered promises. The oath is alive, growing stronger with every dream protected. Morpheus is more than a guardian. He is a servant of trust. He gives without asking. He guards without being seen. The oath is his gift to the dreamers of every age. Tonight, as you drift, his vow surrounds you like a cloak, soft, unseen but steadfast, holding you as the night unfolds. The Dreamcatcher's oath does not end with dawn, nor with waking. It lingers, shaping the heart long after the dream fades, and Morpheus, bound by it forever, whispers once more, "I will keep watch." High above the quiet world, a loom of stars stretches across the night. It is vast, endless, humming with threads of light and shadow. This is the weaving loom of dreams where visions are born and shaped. Morpheus stands before it, hands steady, heart bound to its rhythm. Each thread glows with meaning, spun from memory, hope, or sorrow. Some shimmer bright, carrying laughter and warmth. Others gleam faintly, burdened by fear or longing. Yet all are part of the loom, none discarded, none forgotten. Morpheus touches the threads, and they respond like living things. They bend to his guidance, flowing into patterns unseen by waking eyes. The loom sings softly, a song only the dreamkeeper can hear. It is a song of balance, of harmony, born from countless voices. Every dream begins as a single thread across this vast tapestry. One thread may carry the memory of a childhood home. Another may hold the longing of a heart waiting to be heard. Together, they form rivers of story, weaving across the dark sky. Morpheus's task is delicate, for each dream must find its place. Too much light, and the tapestry blinds itself with illusion. Too much shadow, and the cloth sinks into despair. Balance is the secret, and Morpheus is its guardian. He weaves carefully, letting threads cross and mingle like rivers. Where joy meets sorrow, beauty is born in quiet strength. Where courage meets fear, growth awakens in the soul of the dreamer. The loom glows brighter with every touch, alive with endless creation. Sometimes, a thread resists, twisting away from his guiding hand. Morpheus never forces it, but listens to its hidden rhythm. For even tangled threads carry truths waiting to be revealed. He waits, patient, until the thread finds its own place in the weave. This is the art of dream keeping, not command but guidance. The loom stretches farther than sight, across galaxies of night. Each star is a node, a point where dreams connect and shine. A million stories cross here, touching, merging, becoming new. Morpheus moves among them, his steps leaving no trace, only harmony. He honors the fragile beauty of what he creates, for he knows each dream belongs not to him but to the dreamer. He is only the weaver, never the owner of the thread. And so he works, silent, devoted, beneath the eternal stars. The loom is not only a tool, but a living witness. It remembers every dream ever spun, every vision once held. Its fabric holds the past, present, and future in secret unity. Morpheus weaves them all, a timeless guardian of unseen art. You too are in this tapestry, your threads woven here tonight. Your laughter, your fears, your longings shine as part of the loom. And Morpheus, keeper of dreams, watches with gentle care. For the loom of stars never ceases, never breaks, never forgets. It weaves forever, as long as there are dreamers to breathe. And Morpheus, faithful to his oath, will always weave the night. There is a place hidden beyond the woven threads of the loom. It is quiet, filled with echoes that drift like forgotten songs. This is the realm of abandoned dreams where lost visions find rest. They are not gone, only waiting in the hush of endless night. Here, childhood wishes lie like unopened letters in the dark. The dream of flight, once bright, rests folded like a paper bird. The dream of love, unspoken, lingers as a gentle shadow of longing. The dream of adventure, left behind, hums faintly like a distant drum. Morpheus walks among them with steps soft as falling snow. He bends to the fragments, touching them with reverence and care. Each carries a story once alive in the heart of a dreamer. Though forgotten by the waking mind, Morpheus never forgets them. He gathers their whispers, storing them in the silence of eternity. Some glow faintly, like embers that refuse to fade. Others are dim, fragile threads, unraveling into nothingness. Yet, he cradles them all, never letting them vanish without honor. The realm is vast, a library of silent voices and unspoken hopes. Each dream rests on shelves of starlight, bound in invisible pages. Morpheus tends to them as a gardener tends forgotten seeds. He waters them with memory, and sometimes they bloom again. A dream once lost may return, slipping back into a sleeper's heart. The child who wished to sing may one day hum a forgotten tune. The traveler who feared the journey may wake with sudden courage. The artist who abandoned the brush may dream again in colors. Abandoned dreams are not dead. They wait, patient and timeless. Morpheus keeps them safe until the soul is ready to remember. He knows every dream is part of the greater whole. Even those left behind hold meaning in the weave of night. As he walks, he hums softly, and the Anya dreams stir faintly. They rise like fireflies, glowing against the endless dark. Their light flickers, brief but beautiful, like memories returning. Morpheus smiles, not with lips but with the warmth of presence. He knows one day the dreamer may seek these lost visions again, and when they do, the dream will be waiting, alive once more. The realm of abandoned dreams is not a grave but a sanctuary. It is a place of patience, of quiet promise. Every dream, no matter how small, is given a place of rest. Here, time does not matter, for dreams are timeless. The forgotten child within each soul still waits at the door. Morpheus holds the key, unlocking memories when hearts are ready. He whispers gently, reminding the dream that it is not alone. The realm stirs, alive with voices too soft for waking ears. They call like distant bells, gentle and eternal. And as Morpheus departs, the abandoned dreams settle once more. Waiting, always waiting, for the moment they are needed again. For no dream is ever truly lost, only sleeping. And Morpheus, keeper of promises, will always guard their rest. In the quiet of the dreamscape, a wanderer drifts without direction. They move from one vision to another, never settling, never belonging. Their steps echo softly, like ripples across an endless ocean of sleep. The night carries them, yet they feel lost within its vastness. This is the night wanderer, a soul searching without knowing why. Their dreams shift constantly, fragile as glass, fleeting as mist. One moment, they stand on a mountain of golden clouds. The next, they fall into a corridor lined with endless doors, none open, none welcome, and so the wanderer keeps moving. Morpheus watches from afar, his presence gentle but steady. He knows the path of the restless heart, for he has seen many. Every soul that wanders carries a question hidden deep within. The wanderer does not seek places, but truths unspoken. They search for belonging, for a reflection of who they are. But in dreams, mirrors are fragile, and answers are never simple. The wanderer sighs, a sound of longing carried into the night. Morpheus steps closer, his silence wrapping around like a cloak. He does not speak, but his nearness calms the restless path. The wanderer pauses, feeling the weight of unseen kindness. A door appears, not forced, but born from their quiet need. It glows faintly, simple, yet inviting, as if waiting for them. The wanderer hesitates, uncertain if they dare to open it. Morpheus does not push, for dreams are not cages, only guides. Instead, he lets the silence whisper encouragement, a breath of trust. Slowly, the wanderer reaches out and touches the door. It opens gently, revealing a field lit by silver moonlight. Here, the wanderer sees fragments of their own heart reflected. Memories rise like lanterns, moments once forgotten now glowing anew. They see laughter once lost, courage once hidden, love once feared. Each fragment hums softly, weaving together into a fuller picture. The wanderer realizes they are not lost, only searching inward. Every step they took led them here, to their own center. Morpheus stands nearby, silent, a witness to this awakening. He knows the wanderer has found not an answer, but a path. For in dreams it is not solutions we seek, but directions. The wanderer breathes deeply, feeling a calm they had never known. Their restless journey slows, though it does not end. For wandering is not failure, but discovery. Morpheus nods, unseen but present, and the dream shifts again. The field dissolves, replaced by a gentle road beneath starlight. The wanderer walks, not hurried, not fearful, but steady. Their journey continues, yet it no longer feels like being lost. They are guided now, not by places, but by the truth within. Morpheus watches, his vow fulfilled once more. For the Dreamcatcher's oath is not to give answers, but guidance. And the night wanderer, though still walking, is no longer alone. The dream carries them, and Morpheus keeps watch, as he always will. Across the dreamscape, bridges stretch like silver arcs over dark waters. They shimmer softly, built not from stone, but from threads of starlight. These are the dream bridges, paths that connect one vision to another. They guide dreamers across the shifting landscapes of night. Some bridges are wide, glowing like highways under the moon. Others are narrow, delicate as spider silk, swaying with each step. Every bridge carries meaning, for no crossing is without purpose. Morpheus builds them with care, weaving courage into their fragile beams. A dreamer may stand trembling at the edge of fear. Before them lies a chasm filled with shadow and uncertainty. But across the divide glimmers a bridge, faint yet unbroken. It invites the dreamer to step forward, to trust in what is unseen. At first, their steps are hesitant, unsure of their own strength, but the bridge holds, carrying them safely to the other side. There, they find courage, a gift hidden in the journey itself. Other bridges lead from sorrow into hope, from loss into memory. Each crossing is a transformation, silent but profound. Morpheus does not drag the dreamer across nor force their steps. He simply offers the path, shining gently in the darkness. For every bridge is an invitation, never a command. Some dreamers refuse, turning away from the crossing. Even then, the bridge waits patiently, glowing softly until they are ready. For in dreams, time is not a master but a companion. One night, one breath, one heartbeat, and the bridge may be crossed. Morpheus understands that growth cannot be hurried. The dreamer must choose when to walk and how far to go. He honors their pace, steady as the tide, gentle as the dawn. Each bridge built is a promise kept, a vow renewed. The Dreamcatcher hums with life as threads stretch into shining arcs. Every strand woven is a reminder. No fear is endless, no sorrow eternal. The bridges bend and sway, yet they never break. They are strong because they are born of belief, not force. Morpheus tends to them nightly, repairing frays with threads of hope. He watches as dreamers cross, each step lighting the path anew. Sometimes they stumble, but the bridge rises beneath them. Sometimes they hesitate, but the stars whisper encouragement. And always, the crossing leads to something more. The bridges are not shortcuts, but lessons made visible. They teach that movement itself is strength, and choice itself is courage. Morpheus smiles, unseen, as he watches these silent journeys unfold. For he knows the bridge is never just a passage. It is a transformation, a moment when fear becomes possibility. The dreamer wakes with no memory of the bridge itself, but they carry the courage, the hope, the quiet strength it gave. Morpheus's oath is alive in these shining arcs of night. Each bridge stands as proof of his timeless promise. And as the dreamer sleeps, the bridges wait, glowing forever, ready to guide the next step, the next crossing, the next awakening. In the heart of night, the dreamer is never truly alone. For around the edges of sleep, guardians keep their silent watch. They are not warriors, nor do they carry weapons of harm. They are beings of moonlight, mist and melody, gentle and steadfast. Each guardian takes a form shaped by the dreamer's need. To one, it may appear as a glowing bird with silver wings. To another, as a shadowy figure humming a lullaby. Sometimes they are seen, sometimes only felt, like warmth in the air. Morpheus calls them forth, inviting them to walk beside the dreamer. They drift quietly, surrounding fragile dreams with layers of calm. Their task is not to fight, but to soothe, not to banish, but to shield with patience and care. A guardian of sleep may rest at the dreamer's door. It listens to the whispers of worry and keeps them outside. Another may circle above, scattering soft light like falling snow. Its glow turns nightmares into shadows that cannot harm. Some move as music, weaving melodies into the air. Their songs quiet storms of thought, guiding the dreamer into peace. Every guardian holds a piece of the oath Morpheus swore. They are fragments of his promise, sentinels of his vow. When a dreamer trembles in the presence of shadow, they arrive, not with force, but with presence, steady and unyielding. They remind the dreamer that fear cannot swallow them whole, for the guardians are proof that no one sleeps unprotected. Morpheus watches them, knowing he cannot walk every path alone. The guardians extend his reach, carrying his promise to every corner. Sometimes, a dreamer remembers them faintly upon waking. They speak of a glowing cat or a voice that sang. They recall a light that held back the darkness just enough. These are fragments of guardians slipping into memory. Though faint, they are real, woven into the heart's knowing. Each guardian moves with grace, never disturbing the dreamer's journey. They do not interfere but walk alongside, ready if needed. They keep watch until dawn, dissolving with the first touch of light. Their task complete, they return to the stillness of Morpheus's realm. But their presence lingers, a comfort the dreamer carries unknowingly. Morpheus honors them, for they are the silent hands of his oath. They carry what he cannot, they hold what he must share. Together, they weave safety into the fragile fabric of night. The guardians are not many, yet they are endless, for each dreamer calls forth the guardian they need most. A child may dream of a gentle giant by their side. An elder may rest under the wing of a silent bird. A traveler may find a lantern carrier leading through the fog. All are guardians, all are protectors born of the oath. The dreamer may never know their names, yet they remain faithful. They whisper without words, "You are safe, you are held." And Morpheus smiles, for he knows his vow is kept. The guardians of sleep fade with dawn, but their promise endures. For every night they return, quiet and eternal, watching still. Not all dreams glow with light. Some arrive cloaked in shadow, heavy with unease and fear. These are nightmares, dark echoes that stir the dreamer from rest. But Morpheus does not turn from them, nor call them enemies. He knows that nightmares are not curses, but messengers in disguise. They speak truths hidden beneath the waking heart's silence. A dreamer may see themselves chased by shadow, breathless and lost. Another may fall endlessly, caught in the grasp of doubt, yet within these visions lies meaning, waiting to be heard. Morpheus steps gently into these storms of fear. He does not banish the shadows, but listens to their whispers. Every nightmare carries a story, a fragment of wisdom unspoken, a fear unacknowledged, a memory unhealed, a lesson not yet seen. The dreamer trembles, but Morpheus stands calmly at their side. His presence steadies the dream, turning chaos into quiet rhythm. He guides the dreamer not away from fear, but through it. For beyond the shadow lies clarity, the dawn of understanding. A nightmare of falling may reveal a longing for control. A nightmare of loss may whisper of love still held close. Morpheus knows that even pain carries seeds of awakening, and so he tends to nightmares with the same care as dreams. He gathers their dark threads and weaves them into balance. Shadow alongside light, sorrow alongside joy, each with its place. The Dreamcatcher glows softly, its web catching both bright and dark. It does not reject nightmares, but holds them safely in its net. For every shadow is part of the tapestry, and none are wasted. Morpheus reminds the dreamer that fear does not define them. It is a teacher, not a master, a guide, not a chain. When the dreamer wakes, they may not recall the lesson clearly. Yet something shifts within them, a seed planted in silence. Perhaps they wake braver, or softer, or willing to listen within. This is the quiet gift that nightmares carry, and Morpheus honors them, for they too serve the oath. He has walked countless nights through the halls of shadow. He has heard their cries and gathered their truths with care, and always he returns them to the dreamer as strength. For no part of the dream world is wasted, not even fear. The echoes of nightmares linger, but so too does their wisdom. In time, the dreamer learns to walk through darkness with calm. They discover that the shadow cannot harm what is embraced. Morpheus smiles, unseen as the dreamer finds their footing. He knows the oath is fulfilled, for even fear becomes light. The night fades, but the lesson remains like a quiet ember. It warms the dreamer's heart long after the dream dissolves. And so, the echoes of nightmares are not curses but blessings. They are guides in shadow, teachers in disguise, voices of truth. Morpheus keeps them close, weaving their wisdom into every dawn. For the Dreamcatcher's oath is not only to protect, but to reveal. And in every nightmare, Morpheus finds another promise kept. Dreams are not bound by time, nor by the ticking of any clock. They flow like rivers, weaving past and future into a single stream. In this river, memories surface like leaves drifting in twilight. Some are golden with joy, others heavy with sorrow or regret. Morpheus walks gently along these currents of remembrance. He sees the dreamer reliving childhood laughter under endless skies. He sees another haunted by words left unsaid, echoes of silence. Dreams are bridges across time, carrying the dreamer between moments. A lost friend may appear again, smiling as if never gone. A forgotten place may open its gates, vibrant with living color. Morpheus does not interfere, but he watches with tender care. He knows these journeys matter, even when fleeting like mist. For the dreamer, memory and vision are stitched together as truth. And truth, even when veiled, carries the power to heal. Morpheus has seen hearts mend through the embrace of dream memory. A dreamer may forgive themselves, at last, for mistakes long past. Another may awaken with renewed courage to face tomorrow. This is the timeless gift of the dream realm. It gathers fragments of life and returns them as wholeness. The Dreamcatcher glows softly, its threads shimmering with memory light. Every strand holds moments, caught in gentle silence. Morpheus touches the web, feeling stories woven through its threads. He honors them, for each memory is sacred in its way. A tear in waking life may be healed by a dream's kindness. A wound left unspoken may soften under the night's quiet gift. The dreamer may not recall the details on waking, yet something inside them shifts, like earth tilled for seed. They rise lighter or braver or more attuned. Peace with their past. Morpheus knows this transformation, though unseen, is profound. He has guided countless souls through rivers of memory. He has watched the lost find solace, the weary find rest. And always, the dream realm offers what the heart most needs. Not always what it seeks, but always what it requires. The timelessness of dreams is both mystery and mercy. It bends the line of life into a circle of healing. Morpheus smiles as the dreamer drifts deeper into this current. They are safe, held gently by the oath of the Dreamcatcher. The night may fade, but memory remains a guiding star. The dreamer awakens carrying fragments of grace in silence. Perhaps they do not speak of it, perhaps they cannot, but in their steps, in their breath, the gift lingers. Morpheus watches, unseen, as life unfolds with new light. He knows the dream has kept its promise, for within the timeless stream, all things are gathered. No moment is lost, no soul forgotten. The oath endures, and the dreamer carries it onward. And Morpheus, keeper of dreams, walks beside them in silence. The night is quiet, yet alive with whispers of unseen dreams. Morpheus walks beneath the endless canopy of stars. Each star holds a dream, each dream a story waiting to be told. The Dreamcatcher glows in his hand, threads shimmering like dawn. It hums softly, filled with promises kept and promises yet to come. He knows his oath is eternal, woven into the fabric of night, to guard, to guide, to honor the dreamer's sacred journey. He has walked through joy, sorrow, fear, and memory. He has listened to laughter that echoes like bells in eternity. He has comforted tears that fell only in silence. Every dream is part of the great tapestry he tends. Light and shadow, sorrow and joy. Each thread is needed. Without one, the pattern is incomplete, fragile, untrue. Morpheus understands this balance and cherishes its beauty. For the dream world reflects the soul of every dreamer, and each soul, no matter how weary, carries light within. As the dreamer rests, Morpheus keeps the watch. His presence is unseen but deeply felt in the quiet heart. He is not a ruler, not a conqueror, but a guardian, one who serves with patience, listening to the language of dreams. The Dreamcatcher glows brighter as night deepens into silence. It gathers visions, soft as petals, strong as rivers, every dream held safely, every nightmare honored with care. The oath is not a burden, but a blessing, freely carried. For Morpheus finds joy in the work of tending souls. He knows each dream is a seed of awakening, and in time, each will blossom in the waking world. The dreamer may never know his name, nor see his face, but they feel his gift, woven into their nights of rest. They wake with courage, with peace, with wonder unspoken, and that is enough. For Morpheus does not seek glory, only the keeping of the vow. The stars shift as dawn whispers at the horizon. The Dreamcatcher glows softly, threads fading into morning light. Morpheus lifts his gaze, knowing the cycle begins anew. Night will return, and with it, the stories of countless souls. He will walk again through laughter, sorrow, fear, and memory. He will weave again the balance of shadow and light, and always he will keep the oath of the Dreamcatcher, for it is not only his duty, but his deepest truth. To honor every dream, no matter how small or fleeting. To guide every dreamer, no matter how lost or weary. This is the eternal promise of Morpheus. And as the first rays of dawn touch the sky, he smiles. The dreamer awakens, unaware of the guardian by their side. Yet within their heart, the gift of night lingers still. A quiet strength, a soft wonder, a light unbroken. And Morpheus, keeper of dreams, walks on in silence. The oath endures, eternal as the stars above.